Assalamualaikum everyone. In this video we'll see what is echelon form and how to find the rank using echelon form. Okay, so see here. Echelon form. An m into n matrix is said to be in echelon form if a matrix is given. Suppose the order is m into n. How can we identify whether the matrix is in echelon form or not? These are the rules. Okay, all or any zero rows occurs below the non-zero rows. Whatever rows that you're making zero should occur below the non-zero. Okay, all the zero rows will be below the non-zero row. Okay, done. Next, the first non-zero element of a row is unity, which is optional, not necessary. अच्छा है अगर आप बनाए, नहीं बनाए भी तो ठीक है. Okay, मतलब क्या? The first non-zero element of a row. We'll take one row, suppose for example we'll take the third row. Third row का first non-zero element. Is this a non-zero element? No. Is this a non-zero element? No. Is this a non-zero element? Yes. It is 1, so it is not 0. So obviously this element is unity. Unity मतलब 1. ठीक है? The first non-zero element of any row should be unity. Optional, not mandatory. For example, we'll take this. The first non-zero element. Is this non-zero? No. Is this non-zero? Yes. It is 1. That means it is not 0. So the first non-zero element is unity. Getting? So next one. And yes, in echelon form, we'll be only going to perform row operations. Elementary row and column, दो देखे थे हम, right? Row and column. From that, we are going to only perform the row operations. No column operations. Okay? So row operations, yes. Column operations, no. So also we'll call this echelon form as row echelon form. Okay? Clear? For example, this is my matrix given. For example, this is a matrix. If somehow I am reducing this matrix into this form, how can I say this is an echelon form? If this satisfies all these conditions. If I am using only the row operations to solve this matrix, if I am using only row operations, okay, fine. Then I can say it is echelon. Okay, the next point, all or any zero row occurs below the non-zero. Suppose I've got a zero row here. Suppose one more row. Suppose all the elements are 0. This should occur below a non-zero row. This is a non-zero row, right? ये आपकी non-zero row है because पूरे element 0 नहीं है. You have got one non-zero element. So this is a non-zero row. तो इसके नीचे आपको जो इसके नीचे zero row आना चाहिए. ठीक है? ये पॉसिबल नहीं है. अगर सपोज ये 0 है एंड यहाँ पे सपोज 1 है आपके पास. नाउ दिस इज नॉट इन echelon form. Why? Because here if you see this 0th row should be below the non-zero row. यहाँ पे उल्टा है. ये 0 row is above a non-zero row. ये non-zero row है, इसके ऊपर आपके पास एक 0th row है, right? Opposite है. So I'll say that this is not in echelon form. Getting clear? Suppose you are given a question and you are asked to find the rank using echelon form. So how we are going to do it? Rank, we know how to find the rank. We need to make as many elements as possible to 0. Okay? And using echelon form means we need to keep in mind the main thing that we need to only apply row operations, not column operations. Okay? And this is optional. Okay? And I need to keep these points in mind. Okay? Getting? So now let's take one example. Suppose this is my matrix given. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 1, 1, 1, minus 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do? First, see here. First what I'm doing, I'm trying to make this element as 0. Okay, the fourth element. How? I can do it multiple ways. I can either subtract this element with this element. ठीक है, minus 1, sorry, add minus 1 plus 1. I can do this. This will be what? R4 plus R1. I can do it. Or R4 plus R2. So R4 is minus 1 plus 1. Or R4 minus R3. मतलब minus 1 minus of minus 1. This will be minus plus 1, which is equal to 0. कोई भी method you can choose to make this as 0. I am going for this one. subtracting R4 with R3. You can choose any other element if you want to make, suppose if you want to make this element as 0, ठीक है, your wish, you want to make first that element as 0, ठीक है, आप कर सकते. But what I am doing, I am making this element as 0 and I am going to subtract this R4 with R3, ठीक है. So what happens? Minus 1, so it will look like this. R4 will be R4 minus R3. So R4 is minus 1. Minus of minus 1 will give you what? Minus 1, minus of minus, plus 1. So 1 plus minus 1 plus 1, 0. Done. Next one. 1 minus R3. R3 is also 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. ठीक है. Same thing. 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1, 0. Minus 1 minus 2. Minus 1 minus 2 will give you what? Minus 3. ठीक है. So what happens? These 3 rows will be untouched because I did nothing. So this will be as it is, all the 3 rows. The 4th row will be changed to 0, 0, 0, minus 3. 0, 0, 0, minus 3. Getting? Next. Next what I am going to do? I am going to make this element as 0. R2. ठीक है. How? By subtracting it with R1. Again I've got two possible things. Either I can subtract it with this or I can go for R3. ठीक है. Either the third row, I can use either the third row or I can use the first row for making the second row element as 0. Up to you. ठीक है. I'm going to subtract R2 with R1. मतलब I'm going to subtract row 2 with row 1. You can also subtract it with row 3 if you want, or add, sorry, not subtract, because it is minus 1, we need to add. ठीक है. Okay, so I'm going to subtract R2 with R1. So what happens here? Same thing. 1 minus 1 will be equal to 0. Next, 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. Then 1 minus 4 is equals to minus 3. So got the row 1, row 3 and row 4 will be as it is, untouched, because we did nothing. Only the row 2 is going to change. ठीक है. It will be 0, 0, 0, minus 3. 0, 0, 0, minus 3. Understood? Got? Now if you notice here, this row 2 and row 4 are same. 0, 0, 0, minus 3, 0, 0, 0, minus 3. So if it's your wish if you want to make this row as 0 or this row as 0, up to you. You can subtract row 2 with row 4, or you can subtract row 4 with row 2. Any one row you can make 0, obviously, right? So see here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the row 4 as 0. So उसके लिए क्या करना है मुझे? row 4 should be subtracted with row 3, right? So 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0, minus 3, minus of minus 3 will be what? Minus 3, minus into minus plus 3 will be what? 0. Minus 3 plus 3, 0. Got? One entire row is now what? 0. Done. The remaining 3 rows will be as it is. We did nothing to this, only we made changes to the 4th row. Done. Next. See here, what I'm going to do, see, this all 3 are 0. So what I'm going to do, instead I'm going to interchange this. ठीक है. Row 2 and row 3 is being interchanged. The row 1 and row 4 will be as it is. I'm simply going to interchange. So this will be, row 2 will be minus 1, 1, 1, 2. Minus 1, 1, 1, 2. And row 3 will be 0, 0, 0, minus 3. 0, 0, 0, minus 3. Done? Clear? Next. Suppose if you want to make this element as 1, what you can do? R3, row 3 is being multiplied with 1 by minus 1 by 3. So what happens? ये तो 0 है, 0 into anything will be what? 0. So these 3 elements will be 0. But for this element, minus 3 into minus 1 by 3. So minus 3 gets cancelled. Minus into minus will be plus. So this will be plus 1. So this will now be plus 1. It's your wish if you want to make this as 1 or you want to keep it as minus 3. It's up to you. Clear? Aim क्या था? Question actually क्या पूछा गया था? You want to find the row. Now if you see, are there any elements that you can make 0? Any more elements that you can make 0? No. Why? Because see, even if you make this element as 1, can you make this element as 0? Can you? No. आप रो 2 यूज नहीं कर सकते टू मेक दिस एलिमेंट एज 0, आप रो 1 यूज नहीं कर सकते टू मेक दैट एलिमेंट एज 0. वाई? अगर आप रो 2 या रो 1 यूज करेंगे, यहाँ पे आपके पास तीनों 0 है एलिमेंट्स, बट यहाँ पर क्या है, सी डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स. अगर आप इसको 0 बनाने गए, सो व्हाट हैपेंस, ये भी तो सब्ट्रैक्ट होंगे, राइट? -1 0 -1 0 -1 0 -1 like that subtract होंगे, right? अगर if you are going to subtract this with the first element, first row, what happens? 0 -1, so this will be -1. 0 चले जाएगा, -1 आ जाएगा. ये अगर इसको 0 बनाने गए तो ये terms disturb हो जाएंगे, right? Not possible. So there is no other element that you can possibly make 0. ठीक है? So what you're going to do? You're going to stop here. Okay? So now see here, if you want to find the rank, rank is number of non-zero rows. Let's see here, how many non-zero rows? This is a non-zero row. Okay, 1. This is a non-zero row. Okay, 2. This is a non-zero row. Okay, 3. This is a 0 row. Okay, so we are not going to count this. So how many non-zero rows? 1, 2 and 3. So obviously the rank will be, row of A will be 3. So the rank is what? 3. Got? Understood? Easy, right? Only you're going to perform row operations, not column operations. Okay, I hope this is clear. Inshallah, in the next video, we'll see what is normal form and how to find a rank using normal form. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you.